T Marker, Folie review. Let's get right to it. Joker 2, action. What's going on, Alamo City Movie Talk fans? As always, I'm your host, Ryan D, aka Ryan680.
I'm Angela Dakalianj.
And this is Alamo City Movie Talk, guys. Thank you so much for making us a part of your day. You know what to do, guys. Like and subscribe to us on our Alamo City Movie Talk page. And thank you for making us a part of your day. You love talking movies with us. Let us know in the comments down below any of our movie reviews like this one. Let us know what your comments are, concerns, or anything like that. We love to talk movies with every single one of you guys. Let's get right to it. Without further ado, Angela, what are we talking about today? And one of the most anticipated movies for myself. Me and Lex did a reaction. And I want to get Angela's perspective first. Obviously, we're talking about Joker 2, directed by Todd Phillips, starring Joaquin Phoenix and Lady Gaga. We're both Lady Gaga fans. I just want to say that out loud.
Love her.
Say that out loud. So, first and foremost, what did you think of Joker Folie Deux? What did you think of the moments that we got in this movie? What did you think of the chemistry between Joaquin and Lady Gaga? What did you think of this movie? Did it meet your expectations from the last one? You go, and then I'll go right after you because I have a lot to say.
I know you do.
Yeah, I do.
It's been a minute since I've seen the first one, and I will say, I know we had talked a little bit after we got out of the theater, and one of the biggest questions was, did we love this as much as the first one? And I will agree with you. I do not love it as much as the first one.
Okay.
I am a little iffy if the majority of the public's going to like it because it is very out there. Mm-hmm. It is, like you say, very chaotic, very, a lot of risks, especially that knowing that it's a musical. So I know going into this, we knew it was going to be a musical. Mm-hmm. I wasn't sure quite to what extent, how many songs and how they kind of would work in the film. Yeah. But the way it's intertwined and the way it's set up, it makes sense. But I do think it had a little bit too much music, just a little bit. I could have taken out like 2 songs. But overall, Lady Gaga, she is fantastic. Joaquin, oh my God, he always does great in whatever he does. And he just took this to another level. Did I like the chemistry between them? I think I do. I didn't like the way their story together ended up. Okay. But I liked the chemistry between them overall. Okay. I think they did exceptional individually and they did exceptional together. Okay. So I was pleasantly surprised for that. I will say that met my expectations. But overall as a movie, I'm not sure if it met my expectations. What were you thinking? So one of the things I do want to say, I'm going to start off with the positives. For one, the risk that this movie takes. This movie takes so much damn risk. Joker 2 takes a lot of risks that are very it's an unorthodox formula that they're doing. Todd Phillips does a great job in directing this movie, I gotta admit. There's a lot of directorial situations to where the film's very directed in a good way, in a good positive way, and I love that. I love Todd Phillips for directing the way he does, just like he brought us the first one and everything. The other positive thing I'm going to say, it takes so many damn risks. The musical numbers on here are so unparalleled. They're so different. Some of them are known, but at the same time, though, some of them are very unknown. I'm gonna agree with you. The song selections, I'm gonna agree to that. I think the song selections were wrong. I feel like they should have played a little bit if they were going the more jazzy feel, which we got from the trailers. I wish they would have done a little bit more better numbers. From the trailer, they gave us the more popular songs, and they were very popular, and I love that. But I wish they would have stuck to that main. There's some popular, and there's some that are not. So it feels definitely out of place in the movie for me. Act 1 is definitely a drag. It's a slow burner. It takes a lot for it to kick up and everything, which I was kind of upset about. I'm not gonna lie, I really was. I was very unpleasantly upset with this, knowing that it's coming off of a highly anticipated first one that was so great and grand and beautiful. The cinematography in here is great, by the way. I love the cinematography. The shots are just so brilliant. The court shots, Arkham, everything is so beautifully filmed. This movie is definitely well filmed and well put together on that aspect. The chemistry between Joaquin and Lady Gaga was spot on beautiful. Their chemistry, that song that we got, Hallelujah, I love that. That scene is so revealing of their vulnerabilities, and I love that. It's so influential. It's so it's so great and it's so grand between two different great actors and actresses really come together and really share this emotional musical moment that can only be explained with soul movie, or like just if you play instruments and you get in the moment of
like
spirit just even of spirit realm, I guess you could call it. But it's definitely a moment to where like the music really takes over you in such a beautiful way, completes you in such a beautiful way, and to know that we when they first announced as being a musical, we already knew we kind of already got the grasp of it, that was going to be the chaotic of them two really talking about, or singing in this particular case, singing about each other, singing about their love, singing about the grasp of maybe even ruling Gotham and everything. And we really got that into a sense. You really did. But at the same time, though, it really was out of place. There were some songs, again, I do agree with you, that maybe for me, I think it was a song selection. They should have picked a little bit more mainstream songs. I know I talked about it on my at the reaction. We talked about it off camera. I wish they would have played.
Jazz,
yeah, no, the jazz is good. It was for me. Was it the genre? It was really the song choice, and then where they put it at. It just, I don't know. It just a lot of things really factor in there. Yeah. This movie had so much it had so much potential to be a grand spectacular, and for me, it really felt unfulfilled. It felt very not promised. It felt like something was coming. The whole time of the movie starts, it starts off very
it's like a build-up.
But I don't even know if it's a build-up. It's like starting from point one. And I'm just like, wait, this is a sequel, and I get it. It's a movie starting from grand to whatever. But at the same time, though, it was going back to the realm where we saw Arthur already be at. So it didn't make any sense to me at that point, to where like, why is that even there? And then also, if you I won't spoil that for you. This is no spoilers review, no spoilers. We won't spoil it for you whatsoever. The runtime, I didn't have a problem with the runtime. I think the runtime, it went really smooth for me. Besides the first act, which is what I want to say, the first like 20 minutes. But then when we get a sense of Lady Gaga in there, it really kicks off, and it really electrifies the movie in a way per se, and it really kicks it off in a good grand way. But yeah, no, they really feed off each other so well, so well. It just, for me, I would say, like, for her playing the character Harley Quinn, though, it definitely felt, people are gonna really have a problem with it because it's definitely not the Harley Quinn that we are used to. But Todd Phillips already said that this is a Joker sequel. The sequel is definitely different. I wish we got more Joker. Like, I mean, we know it's a Joker movie, but it's definitely less
it's Arthur Fleck,
less how do you say it, less catastrophe than it was in the first one. And I'm really upset about that, because I'm all like, what the hell? But at the same time, though, I'm glad that this movie came out. I'm glad that we got a sequel to it to begin with, a sequel that was not even greenlit to beginning, not even planned to the beginning. So I really was excited about that, to really see the movie in theaters and we got to see it in IMAX. But I got to admit, though, unfortunately, for being a DC sequel, it's definitely not what I expected. It really wasn't as good as the first one. I'll leave it at that.
I agree with you. The thing for me with the first one, I think what made it so good was that the whole movie was like a buildup of some sort, because you see what he goes through in his day-to-day. Yeah. And you see like the frustration and, what he takes on a daily basis. And it kind of comes together in this big grand finale at the end, right? Yeah. And I kind of had expected a similar situation for this one, right? Mm-hmm. And it's not the same situation. It's a little bit different. He's in prison now, obviously, because of his crime. He's been arrested. We see in the trailer that he's going through a trial. So I've expected something, this same kind of build up to happen, where it's like, it's like you say, starts off a little bit slow, and then all these things happen, and it's just big grand finale. Whatever happens. But I was disappointed. I didn't really like the ending. We're not going to spoil it for you.
I'm not a fan of the ending either.
Personally, didn't like it. It's a like pretty not open ended, but it is in a way, and you could take it with what you will. Yeah. But I personally didn't like it. And I kind of see the direction it was going. I don't necessarily agree with it, but I get why it had to be done, sure. But again, that wasn't my favorite. I had expected kind of like a similar big blowout, and even the thing that happens, kind of, I guess that could be considered the big finale thing, wasn't even the big finale. I mean, it still had things that happened afterwards that kind of deflated this big monumentous moment.
Yeah.
That could have, like you say, had potential. And I think that was a big problem for me, was that it didn't have the same pace. I think it was maybe pacing.
Yeah, you know, like I said from the Act 1, and I gotta admit though, I mean, Todd Phillips, he directed the first one, and obviously directed the sequel. But to be honest, if you told an average moviegoer, can you tell this is directed by the same guy? People are going to be like, probably not.
It's a lot different.
Another argument could be handled, and again, I can understand this. Moviegoers out there, put in comments down below. A lot of people are not going to like this movie because of the fact that it takes risks that are just so unnatural to the Marvel formula, unnatural to the superhero genre. It really is. But at the same time, though, look at how much fucking risk Joker took the first one. Something very different, something very, very revealing in the human essence of like the craziness, the chaotic, you know, the one person that's lost in Gotham ended up being the Joker, and we got in the first one, and so it was very, very revealing, and it caught everyone's eye, and it made so much money. He got a best Oscar out of it, and so. Joaquin Phoenix, and I gotta admit that Joaquin Phoenix does a fantastic job in here as well with Lady Gaga, and they both really do a good job. It's just for me, they really there's a few moments where Lady Gaga steals the show, and I don't know if it's in a good way or a bad way. I feel like it's definitely different. It's definitely different where she takes the camera. Yeah, but it's just again though, we go back to where, like, you know, this is a Joker movie and this is a DC character, and it goes back to the comic book essence of it, the origin of it and everything. But hey, I'm gonna agree to disagree here, but I am definitely mixed feelings here. Rating, what are you gonna give this, Angela?
Gosh, I wish I could go back and see what I rated the first one, because I really did enjoy the first one.
So the first one, I gave it a 10 out of 10 when it came out.
Dang.
This one,
you really love that movie.
Oh yeah, I love that movie. That movie was my number one movie of the year that came out.
I would probably, again, I didn't love a lot of the sequence. The ending, totally lost me. I get why they went there. I totally get it, but did I think it was necessary? Probably not. Again, I think the songs, as much as I love Lady Gaga and her singing, even Joaquin has a nice voice. I think it was too much songs for me. It did have a little bit of pacing issues. Again, nothing on the cast, nothing like that. I think the director did a great job for what it is. It just, I think the risks that he took didn't necessarily pay off for me.
Yeah.
For me.
I got you.
So I would say overall, I still enjoyed it. I really did. But did I love it? Probably not. I just really liked it. So I would say probably I'm not even gonna lie, like a 6.8.
Oh wow, okay.
Because again, I don't think the average moviegoer is gonna really enjoy it, and I'm kind of agreeing with it a little bit because, again, I get the songs, I get the fantasy that played out. It was beautifully done, and I agree with you. Cinematography, amazing. Some of those shots, like there's a shot where he's completely in the spotlight, and it's like a big silhouette, and it looks stunning, but I don't think that was enough to save it for me.
And it's
not. It's almost a 7. It's almost a 7.
Yeah.
But again,
I got you.
Is it my favorite? No. So where were you landing on this?
So right now I'm landing it because of the way it came out. I'm not going to mention it, but one of the things that I really wanted, that beautiful shot, we didn't get it. We got it in the trailers. It was a effing tease. Todd Phillips. You guys will notice it after watching the movie. I'm not going to mention it, but there's definitely in the trailer, there's definitely scenes that are in the trailer that are not in the fucking movie, and I'm pissed off about it. But besides that and everything, I enjoyed myself. This movie was grand. It was great. It wasn't as fantastic and spectacular as it didn't meet my expectations. It went below my expectations.
Was it right there?
Yeah, it was definitely like a smidge. Just for me, it was just the beginning, Act 1 pacing issues, the song selections, way they were placed in the movie really did it for me. But I have to give this a solid 7.8 out of 10. 7.8 out of 10. I'm not 10 out of 10 to a 7.8. Okay. I really have to rewatch this again. I really do. I have to rethink about this. I have to evaluate my decisions and everything, reevaluate what I saw, because again, I'm mixed right now after watching an opening night on a fan first IMAX screening event.
I agree. I mean, I necessarily wouldn't pay to see it again. Yeah. Personally. but I do feel
I would pay to see it again.
Need to see it again because I maybe missed a couple, like a couple things probably went over my head.
Yeah.
I didn't quite grasp, but that's just a me thing because I'm not completely into, like they say, the comics, the origin. I don't know the whole backstory, the whole context behind certain things and why certain decisions were made or why certain things happen. But again, I think another viewing of this would probably change my mind. I don't know if it would be for the good or for the for worse.
No, I got you.
But I feel like, yes, watching it again would probably provide clarity, and my rating would probably
and I could really see people just walking out of the theater because they're not used. This isn't a normal Marvel movie, guys. This is definitely a different particular.
It's not even a normal DC movie.
It's not a normal DC movie. It's an Elseworld movie, and there's a reason for that because it's out there. It's definitely out there. It's a movie that really has no boundaries and it goes above and beyond, and I appreciate that. But at the same time, though, it's definitely not as good as the first one. The first one definitely revealed, and definitely with the distance, I can go the distance. It definitely went that way. I'm coming up with all Disney Pixar references right now, but anyways, long story short, I do recommend everyone go watching it from if you did love the first one. If you did not love the first one, do not watch this because it's definitely the same tone, and it definitely continues that same tone, that same flow a little bit.
It's a little bit
and it goes even more out there. But I'm a huge musical guy. Did I love all the musical numbers? No. Did I enjoy them though? With especially the duets, I did. Especially that one scene we got in the trailer. Again, Hallelujah! Like I love that. And then another two music numbers, which I won't mention. But yeah. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for making this a part of your day. Let us know in comments down below. What did y'all think of this movie? Let us know in comments down below, guys. And thank you so much for making this a part of your day. As always, I am your host, Ryan D. aka Ryan680.
I'm Angela, that Kelly Ange.
Have a good one, guys. See you at the movies. Thanks for tuning in. Laters.